Last time on What's Your Damage?
He hands it to Liweiwei, or he holds it out to Liweiwei, and he says, "Put this in the water in the lake where the kobolds are going." What it calls to mind is a piece of dirt that has been worn or shaped so much that it takes on like a perfect sphere. It's a doradango in Japan.
Oh, cool. You got a dirt ball?
I have a tinker feature which lets me make like little clockwork devices. Could I use it to make like a tiny little clockwork engine for their boat? It wouldn't do much at all, but it would do more than nothing.
I think you all see Bear just nodding slowly. He looks back at you, Riz, and he goes, "You have a reputation."
I do?
Oh, yeah, you're the line ender.
For... And then that'll be 8 healing, 2 wobbles.
8 maximum. That is a friendship heal.
One day they'll automate our imaginations,
What?
and we'll call it AI.
Theater of the mind in my D&D?
Versevern handed me a note. I do not know what's on that note.
Do you like me? Check 1. Yes, no.
One of you is displeased. The one who's eating it is displeased, but it isn't because she's dying. It's because it is just a little bit not good.
I take a nibble.
It's not good.
Why not?
What is my damage?
See, now that's a professional.
Okay, so let's set the scene, shall we? So it is a rather placid night. There is a light rain falling, a light, sweet rain, even though it is the middle of late fall. It seems as if after the great displeasure exhibited by Balagia herself, your handling, mostly, of the Aswang has brought more genteel waters. Luewe, you would probably know that based on Duwata Balagia's mood, she can make the sporting a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. Let's say it that way, charitably, as one must do with gods, apparently. Wobbles, out on the boat, you are flanked by 2 beef lads. Do you remember their names?
If I say yes, can you tell me, and then we edit it in post so it sounds like I do?
I'll give you a homie stock like that. Yeah, but I'm going to ask editor's note. Editing is a hell of a drug.
It's like Ugg and Bug.
You know
Probably
what?
not.
Retcon.
No, not. But hey,
Editors, can we go back and edit the previous episodes and make them Ugg and Bug?
It'll sound supernatural, I promise.
Here's the weird thing. Like, you were kind of like, I can see the slant of it because one of the beef boys is named Butog, and the other one is Liwanag. So Bug with Butog, kind of close.
Ugg and Bug are their nicknames that Wobbles gave them just now.
Yeah. No, we all gave each other nicknames because Wobbles was like, all right, those too many syllables in situations like this, you need quick 1 syllables.
Ugg, Bug, Wob, go.
Yep, Wob.
And I'm going to guess that, so you would know the positions that they take up in the competition because you're going to be part of it. You're either a rower, which is the engine, which Bug and Ugg are, since they're the beef boys. That is one of the greatest advantages that your team has. You also have the spotter, which I suspect might be you, and there's also the diver. So whichever one you want to slot into, Catan can take the other role. So do you know which role you would like to take?
Oh, I thought he was already established as a spotter last session.
Okay, yeah, just wanted to clarify. So him the spotter, her the diver, and Ugg and Bug as the engine. Okay. As you are on the lake, and I think all of you who are watching, so probably not Verseverin or Verkoven, whatever his name truly is.
He'd be half watching, but he doesn't care.
Yeah, frivolous pursuits. Now that's my haiku.
Tanaga, it's not a haiku. It's better than a haiku.
It has an A rhyme scheme.
The rhyming is key. Tanagas can rhyme. Haikus can't rhyme. What a waste of time.
But I think Wobbles, and I think you would hear the thin, reedy voice of Barton being like, Wobbles, good luck.
You too, Barton.
As he gives you a nod as he looks up at the cave where the Dodorongos are going to be falling from. This is the eponymous falling eggs. As the three boats get equidistant from each other so that nobody can have an undue advantage, you can feel that buzz of excitement as the Kobolds are getting ready for the festival to begin, because this is a year's worth of training in these next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. As they get ready, you can notice that Barton, for once, doesn't have his giant adventurer's pack on, and he looks so incredibly slight with his little horns, but his tail is straight up like when a dog is highly alert. And as everyone gets ready, keeping their eyes up, you hear a blaring horn sound reverberate off the lake, and the stretch of leather and the exertion of force as a Dodorongo comes sailing up out of the cave. And as you are all watching, it would be pretty easy to track that. I mean, it's rather early in the day, or it's rather early in the evening or afternoon, so your visibility is good. However, as it reaches its apex, you can see that where once there was one, now there is three. And it is your job as the spotter, Wobbles, to be able to figure out which one's the actual one. So with that, I would love for you to give me a roll.
Perception, right?
Yep. And if anybody else wants to roll perception, so that you guys can roll instead of me doing it, please feel free. There's 2 other rolls available.
You know what? Sure. I'll take Barton's team. I think Li Weiwei is definitely going to try and help them out at least once if she can. So,
Okay.
Am I rolling with any pluses on this?
Barton has a +2 to perception.
Woof.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess he's getting gold luck right out the fucking gate. So. Screw it. We're just going to go straight to it then.
Look, they started with the cheating.
Lily casts it as a precautionary measure.
I mean, that's Lily cheating, not them.
You're not on the team. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm a spectator here, and I feel like she sees Barton kind of frantically looking around, and Okot would possibly clock her just blowing a soft kiss in his direction. And as usual, it's just the little kissy lips and gold dust that fly across and smack him in the cheek.
And Okot gives her a little nudge against her, I see what you're doing.
Well. So Barton kind of got lost a little bit until he felt a kiss on his eyelids like his mother did, and it helped sharpen his sight. Whereas Wobbles.
Oh, I was going to say, and to clarify, I think for the podcast, Wobbles got a 10. The original roll for Barton was 8, but it has been re-rolled to a 14.
Yep. And so Wobbles, you don't feel that same tenderness because this is your first time doing this. You're not going to be perfect out the gate. No one is. So unfortunately, as you make your choice, if it's left, center, and right, for all the world, it appears that the left is the correct one to go to. Barton and the other team cleared the DC. They had the best line on it, so they get the +2. As a Ray, do you want to roll Lily as well? Or do you want to roll Barton's team as well? It's 2 athletics.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
So wait, there's 1 real one and 2 fake ones?
Mm-hmm. If you can think of a way that you can use your general powers, please feel free to.
Not Not necessarily for an advantage this round, but just to kind of gain knowledge. He wants to investigate if they all splashed the same way.
Oh, I can feel myself getting things are moving into place. Yes, there is definitely a distinct way that two of them splash the same way, one of them doesn't.
You didn't even make me roll for it?
You fool.
No. I mean, like, I'm going to just give that to you since that's your whole bag. And I would feel like it would be pretty easy to be like, oh, yeah, those splash differently.
Well, you could have been like, well, they were spread out. I'm going to have to make you roll to make sure you see all three at the same time. Come on. No easy mode.
It is going to get progressively harder. So we're starting at a DC 10 right now.
All right. So I'm just going to instruct my team to go to the one that splashed differently then.
Yeah, so initially your instinct is to go towards the one that you saw, which caused a little bit of a drag on your team. However, when you see the other two boats going for the one on the right, and you notice the splash there. That's what I would say that, yeah, you notice that splash differently. You're like, oh, okay, I get it. So give me, both of you give me an athletics roll.
Oof. Barton, I'm so sorry, honey. That's a 2.
You get another one since there's 2 engines.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, that's an 11. They're going in a circle.
I was going to say Barton's boat pulls to the right.
Hug and bug.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just 2d20s.
2d20s, yeah, and Ugg and Bug are +4.
Damn. Bit of an unfair advantage. Okat says to Li Weiwei.
Well, they are kind of beefy boys.
They are beefy boys.
Oh, 8 and 6. Or 18 and 6.
Yeah, so 22.
They're also going in a circle.
As Barton's team and Behol's team immediately jump towards the where the correct falling egg landed. Wobbles initially starts to lead his team one way, but then notices the differences in splash as they correct course and start making their way directly for the Dodorongo. At this point, you can see as your team is, Ugg and Bug are fucking rowers until the day they die. As they are just hauling ass, you can see that Barton's team, since their team was in the center, is a little bit closer to you. As Behol's team, with Behol just being fairly calm despite everything he went through recently, is in the lead. Is there anything that you would like to do to try to interfere with Barton's team, or are you going to play it? Are you going to play fairly?
Well, this might come as a shock to you. But I'm not going to do anything. Wobbles doesn't want to mess up what these guys got going on there. There's little guys.
Says the gnome.
Yeah, they're his people.
Yeah. Some of them are slightly shorter than him.
Little guy solidarity.
Fair. Also, quickly, Elliot, would you like me to roll for Behol's team?
Sure. Take over for me.
Will do.
Okie doke. As Barton spies over to see you guys just hauling, he catches your eye, Wobbles, and he gives like a really enthusiastic, sincere thumbs up as you notice that Bonnie has the eye of the tiger as she is on the prow of the ship, starting to get ready to fucking dive, because this is her whole entire jam. As the two of you pull up, the three of you are now around where the Dodorongo is. Only one of you can win, right? That's just the nature of the beast. So I am going to need from everybody who's rowing or who's taking part in this to give me a dex skill check. So Okat, your team has a +1. Ray, your team has a +3. And Wobbles, your team has a +2.
Team Okat gets a 17.
Yeah, Barton's team gets a 10.
I guess Team Behol is what I should say.
Oh, I forgot to add the +2. I got a 21.
Wow. Okay. Even though this is Bonnie's thing, right? With the speed with which Wobbles' team has been rowing, it caused some waves to kind of throw her a little bit off balance. So she does not get to leap in as well as she normally would. Your teammate Wobbles, your teammate Catan, in fact, is able to snake through and dive down. It is surprising because she doesn't seem entirely enthused about getting wet. However, when it comes to getting the dragon's eggs, she gives no shits. As she is diving underneath there,
Kind
another
of fitting. Her nickname's Cat.
you know that as she is diving underneath there and she is close with Behol's team and Bonnie is way far behind, you can hear that same leather strap pull back and release another Didorongo as you are dealing with this one. So what this will mean for strategy for the next round is if you can choose to cut and run, or you can kind of try to fight to get this Didorongo. So if you were saying like, okay, I'm going to give up on this one, but get ready for the next one, that would lend you advantage on spotting it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As she dives in and you see her come up, breach the water, she starts to roll towards you as I think Barton, seeing that Bonnie had a little bit of trouble, he would get advantage on this perception roll. So, Oka, could you give me advantage on this perception roll?
I
You said
sure
Barton
can.
or Behol?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Barton. So that's
Okay.
That's Lily. Sorry, my bad.
All good.
That's an 11.
Tough times for our boy.
Yep.
Ray, I love you, but I don't know why you chose to roll.
I don't know either, honestly. I really don't. I'm just a second here, guys. Like,
As you see Catan breach the water, what is Riz doing right now? And who is she rooting for?
I mean, that's hard because, like, they have history with, they have history. Minnie's so cute. I mean, so cute. I don't know oh man, I feel like she'd have to like rep Wobbles because he's her bro.
He is absolutely her
Mhm.
bro.
But this kind of hurts Kate a little bit because I love my little Barton. I love Barton so much.
Just a
But
little.
no, Riz would pick her bro Wobbles.
Is she like what type of
She's
fan?
ride or die.
What type of fan is Riz? Is she like one that yells from the stands?
Yes, she is. I don't think she is now, but she would be normally.
Obviously. Like, if she had more time to prepare, she'd be wearing team colors and waving flags and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And Verseverin under the tree, how are you
wait
doing?
till next year.
Yeah, he's good. I don't know what Verseverin knows about this festival as a Dragonborn and a resident or previous resident of Harmondy.
What he would know about this festival is it is not well publicized. It's Kobold stuff. You know that there are many flavors of Kobolds, of course, and you also know that Kobolds have a natural tie to dragons. However, dragons probably died out about 2,000 years ago or whatever. And so this game is, I would say that this game is probably fairly new to him.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted some sense of context. Is it something he's experienced and doesn't like? Is it something, yeah.
It sounds to me like some sort of game that, like, your distant relatives invented at a family reunion that's, like, kind of caught on. You know, it's like, oh, cornhole, I've heard of that. That's the thing now? Huh.
Yeah, just like a lesser minority populations, like festival thing. So, like,
So he's just not really watching. Seems like maybe, kids' day at the park kind of stuff. And so he's like going through his notes, writing notes.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Like,
Uh-oh.
I think I am going to hold that for another turn. Okay, yeah. So
Verseverin, prepare to get fucked with.
It's fine. It's just another day.
still one of my favorite things that Verseverin ever did was like, oh great, we got the quest item. Huzzah. I got the quest item. Yay.
You get to keep your mousetrap.
And then the way that he was like, here, just take the thing, bear. God. Okay, so we know that Barton's team did not. Barton is having a tough time out here, but I think the reason why is as you see the second Dodorongo flying through the sky, this one splits and also starts to sparkle, and as it sparkles, it makes it difficult to view because it's like a halo of sparks exploding off about 70 feet above the ground before they fall. So it puts a lot of different stimuli all together for people to try to spot.
Ooh, pyrotechnics, says Okat.
Pyro what next?
Fire magic.
Oh, yeah. It's real sparkly.
It's real sparkly. It's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty.
And you see she's kind of just like kind of psyching herself up to that.
Yeah. And Okat's like, kind of reminds me of the fireworks they used for the ceremony of colors back home. It was a similar sort of sparkly bursts of fire in the sky. It was quite a sight to behold.
A ceremony of colors? Like,
Oh yeah. I'll tell you about it later. Let's watch the contest.
no, Rock, where are you going? The other direction! Come on, guys!
Get your head in the game.
Barton's kind of lost in the sauce with all the pretty colors or all the lights. So in this case, Wobbles, how are you going to try to navigate this one? What skill are you going to try to use to be able to discern which one's the real one in about, it's about like, I'd say 15 different sparks coming down. There's only one real one. What do you do here?
Didn't you say I had to focus on getting the one we already had up?
Yep. And as you got her up, you would have the opportunity to try to figure this out as the sparks are coming down.
I'm just gonna first thought, best thought. At first, when I get a steady tracking on, I'm just gonna go for that and hope for the best.
Oh, okay. I like that. And Behol's team and Wobbles' team, just roll me straight up perceptions.
18.
I rolled an 11.
Well, I'll tell you this
Just
much.
not his
With
day.
Wobbles getting an 18 and Behol's team getting a 12, I mean, Wobbles, your plan, which is first thought, best thought, you see one of them drop and you're like, that's definitely the one. And you hear Katango like, how do you know? As she is still getting back up because she is, she had to climb on top of the boat as Bug and Ugg just go like, our best friend Wobbles just told us to go that direction. We will go unceasingly. She goes, how do you even know? I didn't even see anything.
We just gotta chance it.
There's like 15. We have that's terrible percentage. As Ugg and Bug just keep rolling and rolling as you hear her like, land on her back looking up at you. And she goes, if we're wrong, we're super wrong.
But we're already in the lead.
Yeah, that's true. Since Wobbles is the only one who cleared that test, Wobbles, roll me the athletics with the +2. Unfortunately, Li Weiwei and Okat's teams, Behol and Barton's, not great. Not great for either of them. So they're just going to have to roll me a standard athletics.
Oh, for the first time.
I rolled another 12.
Barton's team rolled a 16.
I got fifth. Wait, it's supposed to be 2d20, right? One for each of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So do
Oh,
Sadie and
I only
Reagan
rolled one.
Right,
roll?
forgot.
yeah. Oh, nat 20, baby.
Oh my god. And a 9 on my other one.
Wow. Okay. So that's 20. That's 25 for Barton's team. That's 32 for Okat. And that is 17 for Wobbles' team. Okay. I mean, like, this is what the dice are telling us. So Wobbles, even though you are leading with an advantage, you should, in this case, I think an advantage would mean that you would roll 3 and keep the top 2. So give me another roll, Wobbles. 21, 23. Wow, still last.
Unless I add the +2 to each roll, then I'm tied.
Unfortunately not, but it would be cool.
Look, they're just a little tuckered out from that first big push.
In this case, I want Luweiwei to tell me how Barton's team gets their fucking heads in the game, and I want to know from Okat how Behol's team is just fucking like the wind.
I think, if you'll allow me, if they're just close enough to Lily's range, they'll hear in the back of their heads, like each of them in turn,
Come on, you guys. Baron, I believe in you. You can do this.
they kind of like stretch themselves a little bit and like pump themselves up. Like, we got this. We got to get at least one. And Rock and I guess it's Rock and Alva on the steerage here. They just push and just keep going.
Even though they're by far the readiest team of the group. Yeah.
Yep.
So with that encouragement from Luwewe, they push themselves. Wobbles, why do you think your team, even though they have a clear advantage, why do you think they fell behind this round?
I think they got overconfident. They thought, oh, we got this because they got the first one. But no, yeah, you gotta maintain that same enthusiasm that let you get it the first time. You can't just be complacent.
Right. Yeah. They can't want it. They're like already like, well, game over, the rest of you. We're obviously champs. And Okot, what does Behol's team do? How do they like rocket towards it?
Well, I think as you mentioned, like this is Bonnie's entire jam.
Well,
And so
Bonnie is with Okot, with Barton's team.
I think maybe after the sort of weak initial showing on the first one, Behol would be smart enough to sort of like keep an eye on Bonnie and take his cues from her. And so he's probably watching like where she's looking for the one that's coming down, more so than being dazzled by the fireworks in the sky. And I think maybe that gives him just enough of an edge that he's like, okay, this is where we need to head. Ready, go.
So he is smart enough to cheat off someone else's paper.
Yeah. and I think there's maybe a bit of luck in there as well.
Right. Yeah. No.
Like
I think
he sort of watched for cues, but also guessed correctly and made a snap decision that just happened to be advantageous.
Yeah, absolutely. And with his team rocketing towards there as Barton's team gets their stuff together after the words of encouragement, and Wobble's team kind of fell behind because they were already playing We Are the Champions. Of the thaumaturgy spell, I think we can all agree, although I do appreciate the play. So with Behol's team getting there first, you get to make the dexterity check with advantage.
Ooh.
Luwewe's team or Barton's team, you will make the dexterity check just straight up, and Wobbles' team, you will make it with disadvantage for arriving latest. Or this is where you can try to maybe check to see if you can get a head start on the next one, like Barton tried to do on the last one.
Yeah, we're going to go for that play.
Cool. And you said my team has a +1 across the board?
Yeah.
Okay. Ew. 11.
That's a 12 for Barton's team.
Okay. In this case, Bonnie is going to... It's going to be a competition between Bonnie and Rember. So what happens between Bonnie and Rember?
How does Bonnie beat Rember? With a stick, of course.
I mean, you said yourself, like, this is Bonnie's element. She has trained for this. That girl is a beast in the water. Now, Rember obviously is no slouch here. They are neck and neck. But once they get, like, down a little further, I think Bonnie's just done a little bit more breath training and can hold her breath a little bit like longer than Rember does, and Rember like realizes she has to go back to the surface now. Her chest is getting too tight. It's getting too close. As the Doradongo is just sinking further and further down into this lake. But Bonnie puts on an extra burst of speed, grabs it, and comes back up.
Nice.
Awesome. Because she comes up the latest, she will have the least advantage on this next spot. But you have secured one. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it is Wobbles' team and Barton's team. And Behol's are just like, one day.
Yeah. Behol's team has that famous Okot touch.
I mean, right now, this is really anybody's game.
So yeah, what happens in the event of a three-way tie?
Well, I guess we'll all find out.
Sudden death. Dun dun dun.
So there wasn't like any preordained, like, oh, the first round's worth the most or anything like that. It's just 1 point each, right?
1 point each, yeah.
Okay.
As it gets harder and harder to secure them. as we are getting ready for the third round, Riz, you're sitting down below Okot and Luwewe, right?
Yes, I am.
As you are seated there watching the competition go on, a stray kobold, not actually stray, but one that you hadn't seen before, probably one from the mountains.
Mhm.
Her most distinguishing feature is that she has a little pair of spectacles on her face. The spectacles have a sort of glow they have a magical vibrancy to them. When you look at them, it's certainly not like a regular pair of glasses. It seems like something's up with these as she, with no compunction, sits down beside you. Are you standing or sitting?
It's been a long day. She's probably sitting.
And as she's seated there, she looks at you, and you can tell now that she's a little bit closer. Although she sat down, like, it's nothing. You can tell that there is a little bit of nervousness in her. She was doing a good job masking it, and she says in a very whispered tone, "Are you the line ender?"
Yeah? How did you know that?
Oh, I have family there.
Okay, yeah, I am.
That's so radical, she says. She goes, "My name's Oma."
Nice to meet you, Oma. You can call me Riz or Rizzo or the line ender, whatever. I don't care.
If it's okay with you, I would definitely like to call you the line ender.
That is totally acceptable.
So, we're kind of friends, right? She says.
Yeah, all kobolds here today are my friends.
She brightens at this, and she pulls out a very heavy book, and she goes, "Could you sign this?"
Yeah, sure. Riz will take it very reverently.
As you open it up, you can see that what Oma is super interested in is like gladiators, since she's so bookish and, slight and whatnot. She has, what's the terminology? She has tons of muscle mommies and daddies in this book. And Okot, depending on what you're doing right now, what are you doing currently?
I think mostly just watching the goings on and sort of cheering for the teams. I feel like she at this point kind of has a like, I just hope everyone's having fun kind of vibe. So yeah, I don't know if this conversation would catch her attention or not.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So, Riz, as you are flipping through this book, and she goes, "Oh yeah, just keep going, keep going." And I have a couple of like original characters in there, like, are you an actor, by the way?
Not particularly.
Have you ever wanted to act?
I mean, I guess I never thought about it much.
Because me and my troupe are gonna put on something. We need and she looked at you, like, I need to cast Hetra, the god, and I think you'd be like super good for her.
Yeah, sure. Like tonight? Oh, just like in general, because like.
No. Oh well, I still got to get the scripts and
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I'm with you now. I'm with you. I mean, I would love to audition when the time comes.
Oh, wicked, she says, as you were idly flipping through the pages. I want you to give me a perception check on this.
Ooh, sure. let me give you a perception check. Do. Not great. That's a 10.
A 10? Yeah, I mean, you're just flipping through and like maybe...
No, I'm burning an inspiration. I want to know.
Okay.
We'll see. Unless the dice tell me no. Oh, the dice tell me no! That's an 11!
I mean...
The dice said, fuck you, Kate. You don't get to know anything.
Yeah, I would just say that as you were flipping through the pages, you see the letters TAIN and a space and B as you keep flipping.
Wait, TIAN?
TAIN.
TAN.
Space B as you flip.
Hey. Huh. Interesting.
As,
All right.
you finally get to a picture of you that you can tell that she had heard word of what you looked like. I would love for you to tell me how what she heard about what you looked like is different from how you actually are.
Ray, can you do it for
Uh-huh.
me?
I don't know, DM, is that cheating?
No, it's still, yeah. I mean, like I would if I were.
We share a brain cell. Come on, GM.
Yeah, whoever wants to go for it can go for it. This can be a jump ball.
Unfortunately, it's an orange cat brain cell, but they're not using it.
Hey, listen.
Oh gosh, what does this girl think that Riz looked like before actually meeting her?
10 feet tall, made of solid steel.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, scale of height is difficult to judge,
Especially when you're so short.
possibly because she's so short. Some of the proportions are somewhat odd. Like the details as you get upward toward the face have a tendency to be exaggerated in a way that makes it clear the observer is meant to be looking up at this person.
I fucking love
So the eyes are a little small, the nose is a little small, the chin maybe a little big, the boobs are huge.
She's got
They're
Okap
Okap
boobs.
size. Now we share an orange cat brain cell, Sadie.
Equally, the shoulders are also like much bigger. Maybe just a little bit more jacked than Riz actually is, which is impressive, honestly. But the biggest detail is that her hair is possibly the largest thing on her.
It's a portrait of the biggest muscle mommy in the world.
It is. And if there's color applied, I think there's actually like snowed tips to her mohawk now, like Hetra. Like I should explain that. I'm sorry. Like Hetra is a very mountainous island with lots and lots of snow, especially in winter. But it makes her hair look like a snow-capped mountain.
There's like a ring of clouds around her waist.
And Riz gives her Riz Partisi, or does she sign it by another name?
She signs it Rizzo the Lineanda.
Yeah.
And as you are signing that, your page is alight because there is fire in the sky. When we cut back to the group on the water, so Wobbles, you had decided we're not getting this one, guys. So I'm going to just be in the ready position to point us in the right direction. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
As you hear that catapult start being pulled back, that strained leather, and it lets go, you see just one Dodongo, and it is enormous. And as you were tracking it, like it doesn't split off. However, it halts in midair. It halts about 50 feet above you and suddenly cracks open, and two more Dodorongos come out, and they split open and they split open until you see about 60 of them, as at the same time they all drop to the water. What is how are you going to try to figure out which one it is? Are you just going to try to keep your eyes open for the right splash?
Well, it depends how close together they're falling and how many, like if they're around me or all to the side of me, because I'm no owl.
Yeah, so I'd say that because the other two raced up further north of center than you did, this would seem to be specially designed to fall in center so that everybody had as good a chance to try to find the right one. However, you have a better than average chance because you demurred on the last one.
Then yeah, I'm gonna look for that splash.
Okay, so you're keeping your eye out for that splash. Okay, roll me a perception check with advantage.
Nat 20.
Wow. So
Well, la-ti-da.
okay, and so
Guess who's losing this race, y'all?
Barton's team, Behol's team, give me perception checks just straight up.
Well, I got a 7, which I think I got a natural 7. No, I didn't. I got a 6 plus 1. Then does that beat a 20?
I'm switching to manual rolls because screw that. It did not help me. If it ever posts, hold on. Give it a second.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Hold.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was an 8, honestly. So, yeah. I don't know why it's not posting, but it was an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Doofa, doofa.
An 8 for Barton's team, a 7 for Bahal's team, and a natural 20.
I don't think we have to worry about a tiebreaker anymore.
I'll say this, with your natural 20, you notice this pattern of the spheres currently, because as you are watching, you see that you find the splash, so to speak. As you are doing the mental arithmetic, you realize that the Dodorongos, real ones, fake ones, have fallen in a very particular pattern. And it seems like they have fallen in a pattern to give the outline of a flying dragon. Think of like the Chinese dragon. So with this on your mind, everybody give me your athletics. Wobbles, you roll 3, take the top two. Barton's
Now,
team.
hold on.
Uh-huh.
So Wobbles, he's gonna mislead his team into the direction that'll most interfere with Barton's team getting to the right one, because he wants the whole to win this one so it's a tie for everyone.
Wobbles knows how to put on a
shit.
fucking show.
Are you not entertained?
I love it.
Oh, we
I
were all
love it.
waiting for him to do something unexpected, but it didn't see this one come.
So just, I'm going to ask you to restate that so that I understand. What you want to do is you want to try to block Barton's team so that Bahol has an advantage on it.
Yeah, but like play it cool, like, oh, I know for sure it's that one. And it's not that one, but it gets us like in the way of Barton getting to the right one.
Okay, yeah. I fucking love this play. Since you're trying to convince Barton, since he's the spotter, roll me a deception check.
Well, to be clear, that is only a 7, but I'm more trying to like make my boat physically be in the way of his boat. So like if he tried to do it, he'd have, yeah.
Yeah, I also want to see if like he would be convinced to go the direction that you were going on top of that.
Okay,
like you're
gotcha.
penning him in and he's trying to get out. Since Wobbles got a 20, roll me the athletics check and we now know what he's going to be aiming for. And I think with his natural 20, he's able to get into motion early enough. And so what I'm going to have is Bahol's team roll me towards the spot, just straight up. And then Barton's team roll me with disadvantage. So roll 3 and take the 2 lowest.
So I'm rolling 2d20, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're rolling 3d20. Oh yeah, you're regular. Yeah, 2d20 for you.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll the 2 of them together and mentally add the +1 because that's easy math. Oh my fucking god. No way. No fucking way. I just rolled 2 nat 1s.
I'm giving you one of my inspirations.
Jesus.
Thank you. Come on, dice. Play along with the fucking story. So with the inspiration, I reroll one of those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. I got a 14 total.
Since I'm taking the 2 lowest, that's a... Wait, hold on. That's not right. That's actually should be an 8 and a 13.
Oh, so it would be 21 all told.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
Oh, I don't like that. That was such a cool play by Wobbles. Come on. Really cool, man.
So, I mean, it's really fascinating to see because Wobbles has this master plan, which is I want a 3-way tie so that nobody loses. And he puts himself into a position to obstruct Barton's team. However, Barton is like,
Well, the two rowers are just like out there, like zipping around, like on point,
yeah,
not paying any attention to Wobbles and his plans.
yeah. As Wobbles, yeah, and this could have been one if he had rolled a deception well enough. This might have been one where like Barton could have been convinced to go a different way, but he eventually caught it. So as Wobbles pulls in front to try to block Barton's team, Barton's rowers are like the reediest rowers of the group, by the way, are just like, no, we gotta do it for Luwei and Bear. It's fucking apocalypse. It's Bologna now. As they roll to circumvent, and it comes down to this. I'll put it this way. We'll go with Wobbles first. Wobbles, seeing them figure out a way around you to get to that last Dodongo, what would you like to do with the best laid plans of Mice and Wobbles?
Is there anything I can do to give Bonnie disadvantage on her dive?
Throw a dagger at her.
Damn, Perseveron. Damn.
So you can give up, which I assume is what you want to do. So what that means in the rule book is you don't make you have no ability to get this, which isn't even your goal. Instead, all of your tactics are going to try to give disadvantage to Bonnie, who is due an advantage. So it would be a straight up roll for her. So yes, you can, if you can tell me like what action you think you would want to take to try to like throw her off her game.
Well, I can't see how I'd convince Cat not to dive in anyway.
Shout fire and point at the half assembled motor on Barton's boat.
I think I smashed it because I thought it angered the water god.
You did. That's why it's half assembled.
That's a good point.
Is there any way you can pretend to help them out and point them toward the wrong Dodongo?
Okay, here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to shout at Cat, hopefully position my head in such a way that Rember hears me and Bonnie doesn't. Like, oh, oops, it was supposed to be that one, not that one. But like basically so their diver knows exactly where to go.
So you're trying to give Rember like, hey, here's the prime location. Take it from a guy who got a nat 20 on my perception.
Yeah, but he's yelling it to Cat like, oh no, I goofed up. Why am I speaking so loudly so everyone can hear me? Must be the adrenaline.
I mean, I'm on board for that working. Where I think she would be. I think Rember would be. Well, let me just double check something for her. Yeah, I think Rember is desperate to not be embarrassed because they got second place last time. To go from that to a shutout and seeing like, what is this whole Wobbles guys thing? In that case, I would love for Rember v. Bonnie Part 2, both of you with advantage on this.
Oh, come on, baby.
Okay.
This one's for all the marbles. Best rolls an 11.
So I hate to say
No.
it, but 17.
No.
Look at you.
No.
I mean, like, yeah, your 17 definitely beats her 10.
Despair has turned me into a whale.
Oh, the whales approach on the horizon.
You're fitting in now, baby.
They dive into the water and lift Rember out of miraculously something.
Yeah, sail away.
Look, I'm just going to remind everyone here that Barton's team has not won this in years.
Fair. We tried so hard for a tie. We tried.
I don't want a tie. This is why I hate this game. There's always a tie.
Considering it's Ray rolling, I think the dice have very, 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 very loudly spoken.
Yeah, we need to stop trying to make fetch happen. Not gonna happen.
So, I mean, like, yeah, Barton's team. Wow. So, with part 2, Bonnie versus Rember, what happens as they dive into
Even the DM is surprised they won.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Like,
I love Barton. I think he's a real great fellow, and his team is too. I just didn't think that he would win this one.
I mean, Cinderella's story just warms your heart.
Yeah, so, what does that look like? What happens between Bonnie and Rember under the waves, or under the placid lake?
I think what happens is that like Rember catches Wobble's whole deal, his attempt to help, and like dives in immediately. But because there are so many of these things sinking under the surface, like he didn't do a good job of keeping an eye on the prize, as it were. And I'm going to say this, if you're cool with it, Elliot. He does actually surface first, but he did not grab the correct Dodongo.
Oh, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, he grabbed one of the fakes in his rush to like clinch the tie.
That's an interesting question. Like, what do the fakes do? Like, how are they fake?
As Rember surfaces with this one, he's like, "We got it, we got it, we got it." He
buddy.
holds it in his hand, and all of a sudden, he sees that it starts to glow, and it explodes in his face,
No!
coating him with dragon glitter.
Okay, it's just glitter. I was like, we can't maim him. Rude.
Oh, I don't think they do that. I was just imagining like a puff of like just like colored powder, but glitter works.
Yeah, I like glitter. You got glitter
Like
bomb.
Glitter bomb.
As he hangs his head, I think Behol's like, "Well, at least we took care of the Aswang. You took care of the Aswang. I was here just for this." Well, okay. As Behol just is like, "All right, well, I mean."
Priorities, man.
As Bonnie surfaces getting the right one and she sees the dragon scales, do you think Bonnie is kind in victory, or is she like, "I'm the best, I've always been the best"?
Honestly, I feel like it's just surprise. Like their team has been behind for so long. Like she kind of didn't actually expect to win. Like that little niggling doubt in the back of your mind that even if you're pumping yourself up going, I can do this, you're like, yeah, I can't do this.
But she probably saw Rember head to the surface before she did and was like, well, shit, there it is.
Yeah. Like she like, oh God, that's a good point. Like she comes up holding this thing and like wincing and waiting for it to explode in her face. And then after like beat, and then opens her eyes like
glances over, Rember's covered in glitter, and she's like, oh.
Oh my God, it won!
I think Barton yelps and jumps up, so excited about this. He immediately helps Bonnie up as they are cheering. He's like, "Good game, guys, good game." As Rember is just hanging onto the side of the boat, as the rest of Behol's team is like, well, at least we went from second place to not placing this time. What are you even saying, Behol? I don't know, I'm just trying stuff. How is the mood on Wobbles' ship?
Wobbles is fine. He doesn't know how his team's doing.
You see Bug and Ugg are just like, so we did not win.
Well, it was my first time. I'm no veteran. You did pretty good for having an amateur like me. Sorry I held you back so much.
At least you got one. Rember mutters.
I think if you'll allow it, Wobbles, like Bug, either Bug or Ugg. I'm going to go with Ugg on this one. He puts his big hands on your shoulders and he just says, "You were amazing. Thank you for being our eyes." As either Bug or Ugg, the other one, claps you on the back and goes like, "So you're going to be back next year, right?" And Lusong, "Oh, we'll have a killer team next year."
Can you have 2 spotters, though? Maybe I'll try and get a team of gnomes involved. Is that legal?
It's not legal, as they say, as they look at Catan, who's like, "You guys fit? Are you guys fitting to get me off the team in favor of Wobbles and Lusong? But she says none of that. She just narrows her eyes at Bug and Ugg, who seem just fucking psyched that, hey, man, we did this thing together. It was a fun time. Even though we didn't win, at least we have a Durango. As the three boats get back on land, and I think Rember doesn't actually get on the ship. He just holds on to the side as their rowers bring them to shore. As you all step out, all of a sudden, the pattern that Wobbles had noticed that nobody else did, you can see in the great expanse of the lake, suddenly all of them go off a light and a glow. From your vantage point, Okot and Luwewe, and I think Verseverin, if I'm understanding where you are in space, I think you would also have you would have like a head-on view of this. You do see what appears to be the golden dragon silhouette as it then switches and the balls start to move in the water. The Durangos creates the face of a dragon that then erupts fire for one brief moment with embers falling back to the mauve wave.
Okot oohs and ahs and claps appreciatively. What an excellent show.
Woo! Go team!
Way to go, Barton! Okot having no feelings about the fact that the other team lost. Even though Sadie has many.
Yeah, as Barton is like, we won! Oh, we don't get to play next year! He says.
What?
We're going to be
the
shooting
winners...
Oh, sorry, Lee Wei, he says.
No, I interrupted you, but no, the winners never play.
Ever again?
The year after.
Oh, it's like, how is there anyone left?
No, see the team up there?
And she'll point to the cave at where the Doradongos are coming from.
Those are the winners from last year.
Oh, they get to
They
host.
have to yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I will say my secret hope is that we get to come back to this place next year with Barton's team being the champions and doing the preparations. I think that would be a nice little capstone. But
yeah. I think we're going to have to make a point of it. We're such good friends with Barton.
yeah. Okot, why are you bummed out about Bahal so much? Don't even worry about it. I don't even know why.
He's our bud. He fought in Oswong with us.
Yeah, he did. As revelry starts to begin, you smell the succulent smell of roasted pig. You can see coming down from the mountaintop, there was not only preparations for the game, but apparently preparations for food, as many unbefore seen to you kobolds start to come down with grilled pig, fruit salad.
Are there lumpia? Is there pancit?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There's pancit, there's lumpia. There's all the hitters. They are festive, enjoying, and at some point in this night, Barton is going to come up to you, Luwewe. But what would you guys like to do with the Olympics parts being over and the celebration part commencing?
Oh, Okot's going straight for the food, and y'all are not going to hear from her for a minute.
Is Riz still looking at the Muscle Mommy book?
I mean, I think she would have signed it and then probably flipped through it a little bit and gave it back. But she probably was just chatting. She was letting Oma talk about her script.
So basically, it is Hetra. It's like a competition of the gods. But then Hetra faces not only the gods, but I have this idea for I don't know what automaton, I think is the word, but automaton black dragon, obsidian dragon.
Oh, now that's something. We should talk to Wobbles. He's pretty good at building stuff. Maybe he could build a little automaton obsidian dragon to go around and spit smoke or something.
Oh my God, she says, as you can see, her glasses make her eyes look about 3 times their size.
Yeah. Well, Wobbles, I'm sure, will have ideas. I mean, he was building an engine, whatever that is. No. So yes, she would eventually do a Wobbles with Oma.
Okay, so they're going to go up to Wobbles with Oma. And Verseverin, after the kids have had their fun, do you grab some food or do you mostly keep to yourself?
I'm going to stay near the party And so I'll head over to wherever other people are going.
Okay, perfect.
I think Lily, she's going to follow Okot. If I'm picking up the vibe correctly, Okot has an appetite, or she's just hungry. But Lily also black hole of a stomach.
Yeah, I think Okot both has an appetite, and she's like, that smells fucking amazing. And I don't know what any of this is, but I'm going to eat all of it. I am going to try everything they bring down from that mountain at least once.
Right? Yeah, Lily's following suit and just making the rounds to like congratulate every single kobold who is out there and compliment them and just be very boisterous about the whole thing.
I think Okot's following Lily behind, stuffing her face and like nodding and mumbling words of agreement and encouragement, like, you guys did great out there. This is delicious.
Yeah. As the joy and revelry continues on, and Wobbles has that's the thing about show business. It's all about who you know. And now that Wobbles knows Riz, well, if he wants to, he has ground floor dibs on this new play that Oma wants to create with Riz as the star, Hetra, and meeting a mechanical obsidian dragon. Somewhere in this, Barton is going to find a moment to be alone with Lilway for a sec.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Well, thanks for cheering for us, and thanks for everything you did, he says with a little bit of a question mark.
What do you mean?
He's going to do an insight check. That's a 6. Oh, nothing. Did you see what? Oh, I guess Bear wasn't here?
Oh, no, unfortunately, he had to go take care of like a little accident. Yeah, Lusan got a little hurt when we went after the Oswong.
Oh.
Yeah, but he really wanted to be here and watch you guys. He's going to be so happy that you guys won. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, he says as he's still riding this high, and he goes, so are you guys going to go what are you guys going to do after this? Are you guys going to go, like, because we got to go back. So are you guys going to go to Togg's Haven? Because we can go with you for a little while. Like, we can't, we're going the opposite way. But, we can walk together for a little while.
Oh, I don't really know. Like, it's kind of late. I figured we'd probably find a place to camp around here. But then, yeah, I think we're going to Togg's Haven for a while. You guys maybe shouldn't be in Togg's Haven right now, though, because, like, we should definitely tell people about that, because we think there might be an Oswong there, and apparently they get, like, real snacky with kobolds.
Yep.
Snacky. I can't.
I mean, when you're right, you're right, you know? Like, that's all you can say. As he understands this, he goes, okay, well, I'll start spreading the news, he says as he...
Yeah. Do you guys live on Harmony? Wait.
And she's gonna, like, crouch down next to him, and I assume they've been talking in Draconic this whole time. She's like,
I kind of wanted to ask you about that. Like, I didn't think Bear kept his own convocation.
Oh, I'm not his convocation.
Oh. Huh. Guess I shouldn't have assumed. Sorry.
And he kind of like, give me a perception check real quick.
that's, nuts. I mean, it's not great.
What is it?
I think I'm going to spend my inspiration on that, though, because I kind of want to know.
Okay.
Oh, holy shit. Thank God that's an 18.
And for the record, what did you roll before?
Oh, before I rolled a 3.
So with an 18, you can see when he says, oh, I'm not part of Bear's convocation, he kind of does like a semi-wink.
Okay. All right. Given we're still technically in public, even if we're mildly pulled apart, she'd still say the same thing. But
Mm-hmm.
And I think she'd wink right back.
I mean, we used to be, but I don't think he likes it anymore. So I feel kind of bad about that. I feel like I kind of fail all the time.
Wait. Hold on. What do you mean? You don't think he likes it anymore?
Oh, I don't know. I'm being silly.
No. I mean, I don't think anybody's feelings are really silly.
He's trying to think of something to combat that with. He goes,
Would it help if we moved like a little bit further away?
yeah. But first I got to tell everybody to stay away from Togg's Haven. So I'll be back and we can talk about it then, he says.
Insight check?
Sure.
Whether or not he's putting me off. I trust this implicitly. That's a 7.
You can see that he has his big backpack on his back, and he goes, okay, I'll see you soon. As he hop, skips, and a jump to start telling people about the warning that you gave him. Anything else that the party would like to do for this night of festivities?
Okat's going to fall into a carb crash coma in about 20 minutes at most.
Before she does that, Lily would like to get her aside for something, but
Oh, sure. Yeah.
all right. I think toward the end of like the little party thing, she's gonna find Oka. She's like,
Hey, could you help me with something?
Sure. What you need?
You remember the Dorodongo that I got at the last stand-in?
and she's gonna like pull it out of her bag.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he seemed to think that it belonged in the lake, which is kind of weird because these usually, like, the whole point is for them to not be in the lake. I didn't want to, like, throw it in during the whole festival, though, because, like, that could get confusing and,
Sure. You don't want to.
be kind of cheaty.
Yeah, you don't want to interfere.
So I was kind of thinking, like, could I swim out and, like, you throw it and I try to rescue it?
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, thank you.
Okat might also be slightly drunk and is not thinking through the implications. She's like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
The teen leans at it all over again.
Team Teenling forever.
As you guys are getting ready to do this maneuver, I think Oma has kind of stuck by you this entire time, and she looks at you and she thinks about it for a moment, and then she has noticed Verseverin on the outskirts, or close but not mixing with everybody, and she goes, okay, so just so I can write this down in your official biography when we get cast, you are Rizzo the line ender. He is Wobbles. He is going to be our props guy. She is the one jumping in the water. She's Luewe?
Yep, that's Luewe. Why are you jumping in the water?
I'm saving an egg!
As Lee Weiwei applies, you see Okat winding up for a mighty throw.
I think they're training for next year.
Yeah. Okay, that tracks.
I heard Wobbles was starting his own team.
I thought that was the counterproductive to the entire thing of this being a kobold spectacle, but sure, whatever floats your boats, I guess, as it were.
They let Wobbles participate. It doesn't seem that it's a closed system.
I mean, yeah, but that's one thing to let someone step in for something when someone falls ill and short notice and all that. It seems entirely weird to have a new team of gnomes and then a new team of tieflings.
And yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are. It's true. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, Oma. Yeah. So that's Luewe, and the one throwing the thing is Okat.
And then she says as she looks at Verseverin.
And that's Verseverin.
When you say his full name, she goes, her voice catches just a little bit, and she goes, have you changed forms?
Oh, no, not that Verseverin.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that Verseverin. He's really just a dragonborn. He's not a dragon in disguise.
Oh.
Common misunderstanding.
Well, I mean, if it helps, you can call him Verkoven. Why do I want to call you Verkoven?
No, it's a name from my past.
Naglin at the back of my mind. Yeah. Maybe we don't use that one?
It's been long retired. I
Sure.
can't know.
Okay. Sure.
By it being used.
Yeah. Okay.
You can call him Versevernarnia.
Ron. It's a thing me and Ray were goofing on. A short name for Verseverin. He's just Ronnie.
Oh my God.
Ron.
Ronnie. Which I promise you he would not like, but it's very funny to think about.
But wait, well, that's all the more reason to use it. No,
and then Ray had said just like Ron Swanson memes with Verseverin in them instead.
Oh my God, yes. This feels spiritually right. For on casts, I can do whatever I want.
As she thinks about it for a little while, she goes, "Okay, well, I hope to see you guys again. I'm from Bergadin, so if you're ever on that island, just let me know, okay?"
Yeah. Are you like whereabouts? Like what's the city's name? There's a city, and then there's the other people, and then there's the other city.
I'm in New Absalom.
Noon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Good to know, because we'll probably, I don't know. We could end up there. I might end up there.
We could end up anywhere.
We could end up anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Thank you. You've made my evening.
Good luck with your play.
Oh, thanks. Do you want to play for Severin?
No.
Cool. She says in a very small voice. Cool.
Riz is gonna give Persephone a look like, dude.
Maybe.
There you go. Better.
Doug, take a +1 to Ron Swanson.
Reach out to my agent.
There you go. And then Riz will bend down and whispered to Oma, "It's okay. I am his agent."
That's true. If you told me to do it, you do it.
And then when she's like gonna go, she'll be like, I don't know, it seems to be a thing, but and if this is not your thing, that's cool. I just figured I'd offer, but do you want a piggyback ride?
I think you can see that she is trying to keep cool. There's just one thing that's preventing her from being cool, which is you can see that her tail is wagging.
Riz will kneel down so she can get on for a piggyback ride.
Yeah, she gets on and she's like, "This is I am riding a mountain." She says, "You take her."
And Riz will just take her back to wherever her group of people are.
Yeah. What's Wobble's been up to during this time?
You know what, Bug? I actually don't know anyone, so forming a team of gnomes doesn't sound like it's gonna happen.
So, well, as he gets sobers up real quick, he goes, "Hey, man. Well, that's awesome. Well, okay, I don't mean it that way, but
Yay, amnesia.
well, that means is that we got first dibs on you then, right?"
Yeah, you sure do.
Okay, good, because I don't. Yeah, okay, because you're part of our group now, okay?
But if anyone needs to leave the group because you have a limited number of team members, it's gotta be me. You understand that, right?
Look, as he leans in. Look, I know that my name is literally Ugg, and so one would presume that I'm an idiot of some kind, especially what with my muscles upon muscles on this 43-pound frame. However, I'm familiar with the works of Ivan Rilke. You know what I'm saying? And he says, as he loses his train of thought for a second, he goes, "Sorry, people just think I'm unlettered. If it comes down to it, I don't know. I just like you. So I'm always going to try to advocate for you. Okay?"
And he puts his arms around Ugg's shoulder and says, "I guess I do know someone."
Aww.
And then goes in for a fist bump for Ugg.
He fist bumps him and he goes where are you?
Well, obviously I know the people I've been traveling with too. You're smart enough to understand that.
Right. As Ivan Rilke once said, when we find a group of like-minded souls, we truly find ourselves in them. So, yeah.
Well said. Yeah.
So, there's that.
Are you familiar with the works of Rilke?
I'm going to level with you. Not at all. Well, I'm a little more familiar now. And he finger guns him.
There is a chance that Wobbles would know because he's got his in memories back, and a book by Ivan Rilke was like a key plot point at one point. So over a course of a year, it's possible it came up a couple of times. You know what I mean?
That's
So.
true. Do we want to roll for this?
Yeah, give me a roll.
Roll for Rilke.
What would this even be?
History, maybe?
I would say history.
Personal history is still history.
It's not great, but
13 total.
A 13. I would say that, like Doug brought up, like this name, like, look, Wobbles is incredibly bright, and I don't know Wobbles' intellectual predilections. However, I would guess maybe that poetry isn't high up on his list. You can tell me no on that, but I say that because, like, it would be strange for that name in particular to ring as much of a bell as it does. You may not know exactly where it's coming from, but it's like, why do I know that name?
okay. I know he's just writing it off as brain fog for now.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, but, where you heading back to?
Oh, that's a decision I'm not going to make without the rest of my team, but I know we got Togs Haven to get to before too long.
Well, if you're ever in Capricia, just give me a holler, all right? It's hot as hell. I advise not going. I'd like to get off of that island, but I can't.
Why can't you get off of it?
Oh, that's where the boss is.
Why can't you quit?
I'm kind of in for the rest of my life.
Well, why?
Well, as Ugg thinks about this, he goes, I guess I'll put it this way. Although I don't like Capriccio itself, I know that I serve a purpose, and an important one, in my current occupation.
Well, it's very responsible of you.
We all try, right? Cut to the teenlings. Throw it again, or whatever.
Did anything happen?
Well, Lily swam out into the water. I know that much.
Sorry, that was Okot like shouting across the water to Luwei as she comes back up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, DM, did anything happen?
As it starts to undo itself, melting in
Gonna
the
get
water.
glittered.
My God, could you meant Pavel's revenge? I know what you guys were doing. What happens instead is, as it dissolves, what emerges is a perfectly dry sheet of paper.
Ooh.
Which doesn't make sense, given the givens. However, you see what this paper is it looks to be a fragment of a map from somewhere, and you see the signature of Malik in the corner. You see the map edge, a little dot that says here.
She's just squealing.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Luwewe, Sadie Blake as Okot, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Perseveron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps there, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore from the world of Onisino. There's also a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes at release, because that's important. And for those of you who want to chat with us on social media because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's going to be WYD PODD, like Okot's tits, on Instagram and Threads, as well as others listed on our website. In case you don't like the first two, you can find us elsewhere, because trust me, we're there. I promise, we're there. So, stop by, say hi. We genuinely would love to hear from you.
Are you not entertained?